Right. Today, myself and
Jen.
a fur will be reviewing the Hermetic Tarot by US Games. It's based on the esoteric workings of the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn by Godfrey Dawson. I haven't actually looked a lot into Godfrey Dawson. Do you know anything about him?
Nope.
Okay. Um, in case you don't know, the Golden Dawn was still is a secret society-ish. It's basically a religious organization working in magic. There's a lot of famous ex-Golden Dawn people. Yeats was a Golden Dawn person. Aleister Crowley started in the Golden Dawn before he had a big falling out with them. So yeah, there's a lot of people that were in the Golden Dawn. It was sort of it was a bit of a high society type thing at Cambridge, wasn't it? Now, let's see. Okay. The Hermetic Tarot esoteric designs emphasize the Golden Dawn's astrological attributes with further Sephirotic? Angelic, geometric, numerical, and Kabbalistic elements, now reversed as a classic. Now revered as a classic. This deck's black and white artwork by Godfrey Dawson features intricate detailings that highlight the powerful symbolism. Bum bum bum. Now I have to say, myself and Jen were not the biggest fans of this deck.
Not really.
The artwork on the outside, if I remember correctly, of the box is probably the best artwork in the deck. Bum bum bum. US Games Systems Inc. Copyright 1979 and 2006. Yeah, for a 1979 deck, it's not really that bad, is it?
No.
Let's see, publish US Games, normal US Games stuff. A lot of decks seem to be US Games. Okay. Empty box. Okay. Focus. The little white book is a bit thicker than usual. A lot more writing in it. Okay, Death is Scorpio, Temperance Sagittarius. I really should have played with this deck a lot more. Do you know that? Okay. First off, first thing you notice, it is a black and white deck, which is nothing wrong with black and white. Back of the cards are black and white, can be reversed. There's the rose we know so well. Yeah, Kabbalistic. Lots of symbolism in it. That's just the basic. Front card. Considered to be one of the most important esoteric decks created in the 20th century, the Hermetic Tarot is now back in print as a response to considerable demand. Godfrey Dawson's subtle designs emphasize the Golden Dawn's astrological attributes while integrating angelic, numerical, and Kabbalistic elements. The black and white artwork features intricate detailing that highlights the powerful symbolism of both the minor and major arcana. And pretty much anything you slap Golden Dawn on is going to sell well, though, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Right. We have the Foolish Man. Well, you are pretty foolish if you got a wolf as a pet. Symbolism. It's just crowded with symbolism, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you really need to learn to read the symbolism behind all this to read the deck properly, and you can just tell that from the first card. The Spirit of Ether. Ether would have been quite a well-used drug, wouldn't it?
That I wouldn't know.
Trust me, it was. The Magician. Wow, it doesn't look very crowded, but then you start looking into it, all the symbolism. Look at all these here.
Astrological symbol for Mercury.
Yeah. And that is the what sign? One of the elements.
It is one of the elements. I'm not 100%.
Considering we both spend a lot of time with certain things, we really should know these a lot better. As you can see, this is a high priestess. The drawing, he clearly was not an absolutely stunning artist. Not bad, a lot better than I could have done. But yeah, that is one thing that lets the deck down a little bit. But then again, it is keeping to the original, so you can't really blame them for that. That's one of the things why it didn't really resonate with us a lot. We all felt the drawings could have been improved, but then again, I'm sort of looking at them again, and you know when you have that second look and you're like, you know what? It's keeping to the original. High Priestess.
There's a symbol of Venus.
Mm-hmm. The Empress. Yeah. Daughter of the Mighty Ones. The Emperor.
That would be your card. There's the symbol for Aries.
Mm-hmm. Son of the Morning.
Very masculine card.
Yeah, it's a very different emperor, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Again, the card stock feels quite good in this. It feels a little bit thicker than normal.
Mm-hmm.
The Hierophant. Again, lots of symbology in it. You could really spend about 10 minutes if you went into all symbology on each card here, easily.
Oh, yeah.
The Lovers. That's a pretty weird Lovers card, I'll be honest with you.
Definitely different.
Symbology. Lord of the Triumph of Light, the Chariot. Again, just loaded with symbology. Kabbalah writing, which I probably should learn. Actually, one of the books I have by is it Lon Milo? No, it's not Lon Milo. It's I'll remember in a minute. Anyway, one of the books I have is it's a book to do with Crowley. It's got a very simple section in it on how to learn the Kabbalah, the writings involved in various.
The Kabbalah writing, as you call it,
Yes,
is Hebrew.
I know, darling. The Hebrew writing. Thank you very much for making me look like an idiot. I swear to God, people, we know what we're doing. Well, at least she does. Right, the Hermit. Magus of the Voice of Light. Do you know it'd be interesting to just do this next to the Thoth deck?
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune. Not the game show, love. No. Lord of Forces of Life. I love the second one down here, because it would be so tempting with a deck like this just to put the name here, Lord of the Force of Light, and forget about the Wheel of Fortune. And for me, anyway, it's nice just to see both of them. Justice. Not that you'd have trouble seeing Justice off the. That's an obvious Justice card, even if it is loaded.
An interesting choice here, the symbol for Libra. That's a big attribute of somebody who was born under the sign of Libra, is that they're very interested in justice, fair play, and equality.
And the yin and yang thrown in. The Hanged Man. It's a very perky bum.
There's the symbol for Neptune. An interesting choice because people with heavy influence from the planet Neptune tend to be daydreamers, and they sort of think outside the box, and that's how a lot of new ideas happen.
So, Spirit of the Mighty Waters. Death. Child of the Great Transformers.
And again, there's Scorpio.
Mm-hmm. It's a very crowded card. Part of me thinks this just reminds me of someone who's doodling in their notebook.
Not a big fan of the black and white.
Really?
Nope.
I like the black and white. I think if you colored that card in, it would just be so overwhelming.
It would be too much, but I don't know.
Temperance, daughter of reconcilers. I love the way it gives you little hints in the name that they give it at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just loaded with symbology. Let's see, the devil. He's massive horn. But yeah. One has to kind of think, is he making fun of one or two people in this? Because they look like they're copied off people he knows.
It's hard to say.
We should probably read the book.
It would help.
We're going to go pretty quickly past the Blasted Tower. Okay. Lord of the Hosts of the Mighty, because Jen doesn't like that card. Very interesting the way you've got the two trees there.
Very interesting.
One coloured, one uncoloured. The Star. Daughters of Firmament. The Moon. Ruler of Flux and Reflux. Lord of the Fire of the World. The Sun. The Last Judgment. Very different judgment card. The Universe. Knight of Wands. Lord of Flame and Light. That's interesting. I haven't shuffled this deck. The Knight of Wands comes up first. Then the Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. It's a very interesting king. The Princess of Wands. Okay, all the court cards are coming up. I forgot about that when we flicked through it first. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. The King of Cups. Princess of Cups. Knight of Swords. Angel wings, I believe, from the look of it. Sorry. Let's see, Queen of Swords. Again, we have the symbols at the top. King of Swords. Princess of Swords. So they've obviously gotten rid of the page for a princess. It's fine. I don't have an issue with that. The Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Again, it's a very crowded card. I think they border quite a lot on going overboard with the crowding. King of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Slightly illustrated, not overly, but there is a symbology in it. I mean, if you looked at that as a Two of Wands, you think, Two of Wands, not very illustrated, but then you look at all the symbology they put into it.
I don't think this would be a deck that somebody who's just beginning would be able to use with ease.
I think you really need to be into the whole symbology behind the Golden Dawn, because it's based on a guy who's into the Golden Dawn. It's based around the Golden Dawn's imagery. I think this is a very specific deck.
It's probably one of those, you either like it or you don't.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of learning has to go into this, because you've got all the astrological symbols, the Kabbalah. You've got lots of things in here. And I think like the Tort deck, a lot of it would relate closely to the Golden Dawn. Tort deck relates a lot to Thelema. 4 of Wands. Again, lots of symbology. 5, 6, 2. Cards, no, I wouldn't quite say sticking together, but clinging a little bit. Probably just the way I'm holding it. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Lord of the Root of the Powers of Water. I like that one. 5 of Cups.
It's an interesting one.
6 of Cups. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. 3. 5. Again. Not really getting excited over this deck, are you?
No, not particularly. It's not one I would use. It's an interesting one to have if you collect decks, but not something I'd work with any regularity.
I think you really just need to be interested in the Golden Dawn.
True.
And a lot of it is reading into symbology. Interesting order in which they're printed as well. And the 10 of Pentacles. Lord of Wealth. It's pretty basic 10 of Pentacles, isn't it?
Pretty self-explanatory as well.
But I like that little self-explanatory bit where it's sort of giving you the hints in the name. Right, that was the Hermetic Tarot by... who's that by again? This was by Godfrey Dawson, US Game Systems Inc. I think it was towards the higher end of US Games pricing. It wasn't too bad.
I'd say it was about 30.
Yeah, it was about... It's pretty much normal sized deck as well. I mean, if you were going to read this, that's pretty standard size. Okay. Your opinion on it?
I'm not too sold on it, to be honest. It's interesting. The symbolism is very cool, but wouldn't be a deck I would use.
I think it's a deck you need to study a lot.
Yeah.
Or you need to study for a lot. Someone who's heavily into the Golden Dawn would probably get the symbology straight off.
A lot of Golden Dawn is ceremonial magic, so there's a lot of symbolism and...
I don't think your average tarot reader is going to be too overtly into it. Okay, click like and subscribe. Thank you.